funny how the best days of your life have a way of camouflaging the worst ones. It was a Tuesday in July. The kind of day where the sky is so blue it looks painted, and the heat makes the horizon shimmer like a mirage. My friends and I had found a secret spot, a hidden cove 3 miles down a jagged cliff path that the tourists were too lazy to hike. We called it the Glass Basin because the water was so still, you could see your own shadow of the seabed 30 feet down. We spent the first hour doing exactly what you'd expect, blasting music, throwing a frisbee, and feeling invincible. I remember looking at my watch at 2:15 p.m. and thinking, I wish I could stay in this moment forever. That was my first mistake. Around 3 p.m., the calm started to feel ... You know that feeling when a room goes quiet right before someone opens with bad news. That's what the beach did. The sea, which had been fighting over our sandwich crust, suddenly ended. Not a single chirp. And the tide, which should have been coming up, began to retreat. But it wasn't a normal retreat. It was like someone had pulled a giant plug at the bottom of the ocean. Check that out, my friend Sarah pointed. The water was pulling back so far it was exposing shipwrecks and jagged reef pipes we hadn't known were there. We were curious. We were idiots. We walked out onto the newly dried sand, picking up shells that hadn't seen the sun in decades. We thought we were witnessing a miracle. Then, the ground vibrated. It wasn't an earthquake, it was a guttural thrum that I felt in my teeth. I looked out at the horizon, and that's when I saw it. The horizon wasn't a flat line anymore. It was a jagged, rising wall of gray. The ocean wasn't coming back as a wave. It was coming back as a mountain. Run, I screamed. We scrambled for the cliffs. The sand that was so easy to walk on earlier now felt like wet cement, grabbing at our ankles. We reached the base of the cliff path, our lungs burning, gasping for air as we climbed the narrow rocks. We made it 20 feet up just as the first surge hit. It didn't sound like water. It sounded like a freight train slamming into a wall of glass. We huddled on a narrow ledge, drenched in spray, watching our coolers, our clothes, and our phones get swallowed in seconds. We were terrified, but we were safe, or so we thought. As the water churned below us, Sarah pointed down into the foam. Is that ... a person?
Subscribe for part 2.